Iowa State was the place where Derek began his adventure.
Derek was one of the first students in the industrial design program.
Our apartment together was a design studio. A light bulb went off one day. I think he thought, I can design sneakers.
Derek's first study abroad experience, in fact, was in Rome.
He was able to go to London.
Did an internship in Germany.
Internship in New York City.
He designed in Chicago, and now he's on his way to design in California.
To see the excitement in Derek's face when he was moving to California is amazing. For Derek, it's a dream come true.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net.
The college football playoff is coming. And from your game face to your game day rituals, everything you do matters.
No pressure.
One game, one cup, one champion. Don't miss the first ever Campeones Cup. Wednesday, it's Toronto FC versus Tigres UANL on ESPN2.
The ESPN app now with ESPN Plus. Get more ESPN and download now.
Josh Kniffel was shaken up on the previous play, got bent back by a defender. So he's on the sideline for Iowa State on a 2nd and 11. Colin Olson here outside the tackle box.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the tackle box and threw the ball beyond the line of scrimmage.
Amadi Bledsoe with pressure. It's 3rd down.
You have a new right guard in the game, so what do? Why don't you attack that right guard, number 63? You can see him. Olson, he slides down with that little twist game, and next thing you know, Bledsoe comes right around the outside. So a smart play call by Mike Stoops to attack the new offensive lineman that just stepped into the game.
3rd down and long. It'll be about a 50-yard field goal try from here, and it's going to be a shot to Butler down the field. He can't get there. Incomplete. Maybe overcompensated after the underthrow at the end of the 3rd quarter. Butler was shaken up earlier, having trouble getting back to the sideline here.
Yeah, they're not leaving Butler in one-on-one anymore. As you can see, Houghton tried to get over the top, and they had him covered, obviously, underneath by Trey Brown. I'm surprised, too.
No, they're going to go. Nolan on 4th and 11. Shut up pass. Great catch by Eaton. The pass a little behind him, but he still made the grab, the move, the chains. They pick up 4th and 11.
They must know their defense is going to have their hands full if Oklahoma's offense comes back on the field. Did he secure that catch? It looks like he did.
Ooh, I thought they snapped it before the whistle.
The previous play is under further review.
But I'm with you. It looked like a catch, and what a catch
There
by
is no
Matthew
foul.
Eaton.
The game was stopped prior to the snap.
It was behind him. He juggled it, and it appeared that he pulled it in. Let's see.
And look, does that ball, does he secure it without it touching the grass?
And it can hit the grass as long as you maintain control. If you control it, it can hit the ground.
Correct.
And so is there indisputable video evidence to overturn that?
There's not to me. And catch no catch is one of the most controversial rulings that you have in football, not just in college, but we all know the long list of issues that the NFL has had with it as well, and they've tried to just institute a lot more clarity as to whether or not it's a catch or not. But man, it can go either way sometimes. You might have 100 officials in a room, 50 will think it's a catch, 50 will think it's an incompletion. Based on the fact that it was called a completion on the field, I have a hard time thinking that they're going to do anything but let the play stand. They would say play stands is called, it won't be confirmed, it won't be changed. It'll just stand because they don't have enough conclusive evidence to overturn.
And either Matt Campbell, guys, had no confidence in his punter. Clearly didn't think the field goal kicker could make it, but I mean, to go for it on 4th and 11 when you're still in the game.
Yeah, 2-score game with a ton of time left, but he must be looking at his defense and saying, hey, we might be a little out of gas on that side of the ball. And given how explosive this group can be, we got to take a chance.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field of a completed pass is confirmed. First down.
So they get confirmation because, again, if it hits the ground, as long as you don't lose control, it's a catch. And to your point, if he doesn't have confidence in defense, whether you give it to him on the 5 or the 35, at that point does it really matter?
And with this group, it doesn't matter. It's Oklahoma. It's one of the most explosive offenses in all of college football and has been for a half decade. So maybe if it's playing against any other offense, you do punt it. But against Oklahoma and Kyler Murray, probably best to leave your offense on the field and get aggressive with it.
Now they got to pay it off here with points inside the red zone on 1st and 10. David Montgomery off the left side. Shoves a defender with force as he's pushed out of play. Trey Norwood went backwards on that play. How many times does you see a defender on skates after a stiff arm?
Yeah, that's pretty strong right there. I mean, and he didn't even get full extension.
Zeb Nolan's got to be very careful here, guys, because they have to come away with points on this drive. Can't take risks with a football down here.
2nd and 9 at the 17. Nolan making his 2nd career start because of the injury to Kyle Kemp, the normal starter last week at Iowa. Nolan looking. Dangerous pass, but still caught by Jones, and he gets the first down. It was almost picked off. Instead, it's 1st and goal, 11 yards.
Man, what a great angle by Radley Hiles. Just not tight enough. What a throw by Zeb Nolan.
They go up tempo. Montgomery hit in the backfield, and down he goes. A forearm here of Montgomery. He lands on a player, but right there he's down.
Right elbow down. I appreciate him getting up and trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Why not? But good job by the officials seeing that elbow go down and whistling it dead. And a good job, too, by Houghton getting in the backfield and bringing him down at first contact. That doesn't happen often, but a nice job.
Here's that crazy formation where they shift into the Wildcat with Montgomery. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Montgomery keeping it, hit in the backfield. In trouble. Can't stiff arm his way out of chaos back at the 14-yard line. Brought down by Gallimore. And so now you're 3rd and goal on the 14. How do you handle this?
You've got to be really smart if you're Zeb Nolan, because this drive absolutely has to end in points. Considering it is a 10-point game, a field goal is not the worst outcome. So you have to be really smart with the football. And if I'm Oklahoma, I want to drop back. I want to play zone coverage. I want to have as many guys in the passing lanes as humanly possible. And I don't want to put my corners and safeties in one-on-one coverage against these big wide receivers.
They've had luck with Butler over the top. We go over the middle here on underneath route. Jones down to the 4-yard line. Okay, you probably have 3. Do you want to risk it and go for the touchdown? No.
No, you got to kick.
Gotta kick.
Absolutely have to here. And a good job not putting him in second start. Don't put him in harm's way. Throw it underneath. Maybe you break a tackle. Maybe you slip and score. But at least you protect the opportunity to try for the field goal.
34-yard attempt, or excuse me, 22-yard attempt. He made a 34-yarder earlier. And it's a 7-point game. Little surprised we didn't see any shots to Butler against the smaller corner on that 1st and goal. Iowa State take it, though, back within 7.
Bring on Monday, because Mondays are made for Monday Night Football. Seahawks Bears, Monday 8:15 on ESPN. Under these lights, everything is bigger. The pageantry, the playmaking, the stakes. Anything can happen on Saturday night.
Iowa State was the place where Derek began his adventure.
Derek was one of the first students in the industrial design program.
Our apartment together was a design studio. A light bulb went off one day. I think he thought, I can design sneakers.
Derek's first study abroad experience, in fact, was in Rome.
He was able to go to London,
Did an internship in Germany.
internship in New York City.
He designed in Chicago, and now he's on his way to design in California.
To see the excitement in Derek's face when he was moving to California is amazing. For Derek, it's a dream come true.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net.
Hashtag Ascot Mondays, baby. Hashtag Ascot Monday.
Charles was here.
Charles would do it like this. I'm making an ass.
The college football playoff is coming. And from your game face to your game day rituals, everything you do matters.
No pressure.
One game, one cup, one champion. Don't miss the first ever Campeones Cup. Wednesday, it's Toronto FC versus Tigres UANL on ESPN2.
We really like having Aaron around, but we're concerned he takes his name a bit too literally.
Okay. He has to do golf again.
All rise.
Here. Prior to that, they'd won once in their history against the top 5 team. Can they do it again against the Sooners and do it with a quarterback who has very little starting experience? Kyle Kemp last year had never started. For Zeb Nolan, this is just his second career start. Iowa State going to put it in play here to Brown. They've been kicking it away from him. They give him a shot. And he's finally wrestled down at the 28-yard line. Our Pacific Life game summary. With Oklahoma leading 34-27, Kyler Murray's been brilliant. Marquise Brown, Hollywood with a $191 and 2 touchdowns. And Nolan, 321 yards through the air, 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, his performance should not be overlooked. I think we all kind of expected Murray to have a performance like that. Not surprising to see Hollywood Brown play so well, but Zeb Nolan, in only his second start, to play with such poise and to make the accurate throws that Oklahoma's forced of him, been pretty remarkable.
Murray, a design quarterback run, has the speed to get the corner. Past the 40, and he steps out, eluding the hit at the 43-yard line. The future Major League pitcher was the number 9 pick by the Oakland A's. He's an incredible athlete. Picks up about 15 there.
You wonder now, with the game that's still in balance, will they run him a little bit more on this drive?
Take some time off the clock. He's going to throw it here. Long pass back to Sermon. And he's able to power through and get positive yardage. Marcel Spears couldn't wrap him up at the line of scrimmage. Still, it's a short game.
Have to be impressed with the most part with how well this offensive line has held up. Now, there's a lot of times when you look at Iowa State defensively, they're going to drop out and they're going to only rush 3 defenders. As a result, Kyler Murray should have ample time, but sometimes when you have 5 guys blocking 3, there's some leakage. There hasn't been much today, and when there has been, Kyler Murray's been aware of it, has negotiated the rush, and find both throwing and running lanes.
Celia Sutton is back on the field right now. He's going to block here as the quarterback Murray able to shake a defender. He's at the 40-yard line and slides again. He's down where the ball is, which is at the 40. Scampers for 18 more yards.
This is just a little wrap play. Little inside zone with a wrap lead. He takes it out to the perimeter. Very wise, too, to know where he's at on the field. Slide, stay in bounds, and make sure that clock continues to wind. 7-point lead with a lot of time left, but can still be mindful of the operation and making sure that clock continues to roll.
It's going to be Sutton getting the call here. He gets dropped after a gain of 2, and then a little pushing and shoving afterwards. Remarkable that Sutton is back out there. Suffered an injury that looked awful at the time. They were checking him out on the sideline for a while. Great to see him back out there, though. You see, he's still hobbling a bit. He'll go to the sideline now for 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he's got that spat on his left ankle, so something to monitor. Might not be as fast from an agility standpoint side to side with a hurt ankle, but the straight line speed will still be there for Sutton if they need it.
Approaching 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Inside the Iowa State 40-yard line. Sermon gets a block, gets the first down to the 29-yard line. They're really getting some good blocking on the perimeter.
Really good blocking, but Oklahoma's receivers aren't very big. It's not easy to hold up blocking at the point on a perimeter run like that for as long as Hollywood Brown just did. Now, the guy he's blocking is Brian Peavy, and he's only 5'9", 194, but still, to hold up that long when you're not the biggest or strongest guy in the world, you're more known for your speed, it's pretty impressive by the dynamic playmaker that the Sooners have at wide receiver.
Yeah, for Brown, that's going up against a heavyweight. He's a $168, so 194, that's a mismatch. Here's Sermon, huge running lane. Flag comes down. Sermon still going at the 10, at the 5, and out of bounds. Get a penalty marker thrown in the area of offensive holding. If that is on Oklahoma, it negates a huge run by Trey Sermon.
Holding offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
That's Drew Samia, the right guard.
Yeah, and you can see the run through, and Drew Samia is actually trying to save a life. See him pass it off right there, and he rolls down on top of it, and the official can see it very clearly. Samia, as they're passing it off, see those arms wrap around, and the official's going to get that every single time. Good call. It's kind of tough considering the defender was falling down for Samia. You feel bad for him because it really wasn't an egregious hold that would stand out in most cases.
Now it's 1st and 20. Back at the 39-yard line. Murray pulls it back, throws a bullet, caught at the 25 by Calcaterra. The arm talent of Kyler Murray on full display today.
And the awareness, too. I mean, Calcaterra, that window was not very big. He actually had to hold up Calcaterra because Greg Eisworth, the safety, is about to crush him. If he throws it out in front, Calcaterra's getting crushed. So he holds him up a bit, back shoulders him a touch, and as a result, Eisworth hits him in the back as compared to the chest, which is a much more secure way of absorbing a blow like that.
So they get 13 yards on 1st and 20, continuing to take time off the clock as well. Murray keeps it to the 24-yard line, so he gets only 2. Braxton Lewis makes the play. 3rd down and 5.
Now in this situation, almost every single time, Oklahoma's been in 3rd and medium, which is right here, 3rd and 5. They've run crossing routes, and they've thrown it to one of their wide receivers over the middle of the field. That area of the field has been vacated multiple times today by this Iowa State defense. So let's see if Kyler Murray tries to find one of his wide receivers in this vicinity right here.
Oklahoma's going to have to call a timeout. They were about to bring CeeDee Lamb in motion, and Lincoln Riley stepped on the field and called for time.
This is the face of a man. Can you feel it? Red Sox Yankees tomorrow at 7.
Kenny Mayne?
Hey, just here to let you know, that's going to be on SportsCenter.
That's gonna be on.
One day, I think he thought, I can design sneakers.
Derek's first study abroad experience, in fact, was in Rome.
He was able to go to London,
Did an internship in Germany.
internship in New York City.
He designed in Chicago, and now he's on his way to design in California.
To see the excitement in Derek's face when he was moving to California is amazing. For Derek, it's a dream come true.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net.
Can world-renowned artist Red Honglu use the Chase mobile app to pay practically anyone at any bank? Yes, but this isn't just for anyone. Chase, make more of what's yours.
ESPN is giving fans with the best excuses for ditching work free tickets to a day game. And there's nobody here with me. I'm alone.
The college football playoff is coming, and this season, everything matters. Your game face, his khakis, their bling, your black tie, where you sit, where he sits, the height of the grass, signs you make, or what this lady eats for breakfast. Because the college football playoff is coming. Everything you do matters.
No pressure.
Bring on Monday, because Mondays are made for Monday Night Football. Seahawks Bears, Monday 8:15 on ESPN.
Kenny Mayne?
Hey, just here to let you know, that's going to be on SportsCenter.
Anything can happen on Saturday night.
Welcome back to Ames. Our Aflac trivia question answer. Two schools have won the championship the year after losing a Heisman Trophy winner. The answer? In 1988, Notre Dame. Tim Brown won the Heisman the year before. 2003, USC. The year after Carson Palmer won the Heisman Trophy. Meanwhile, here in Ames, Oklahoma by 7 with a 3rd down and 5 at the Iowa State 24-yard line. Kyler Murray has been brilliant in his first collegiate road start. What's he got here? He'll throw. And he got a man. It's caught from first down by Tease, who had a touchdown earlier. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line for 8 yards.
Just a really good isolation route. Just a little Ohio, little 5-yard out route by Tease, who's got great sudden agility. Working against Arnold Ozuna there in the slot.
That's a long throw too, Craig.
That is a long throw, and it's a dangerous throw.
Yeah.
Anything inside, if Tease won convincingly on the route, but anything inside, that can go the other way. It's a really nice throw to get it out in front, to hit Tease in a catchable spot right in the chest.
And now they take some time off the clock with the lead. They snap it with about 5 on the play clock, and they just run it. Sermon up the gut. Picks up 1 to the 15-yard line, hit by Uwazurike. 2 timeouts remaining for Iowa State. Obviously, Oklahoma in field goal range, so they got to imagine Lincoln Riley's going to be careful here with what he calls, right?
Yeah, they got to milk every second of this play clock.
And this is where Oklahoma has such an advantage over most of the Big 12. Because their offensive line is so elite. Usually throughout the Big 12, you don't see as many great offensive linemen. You see good athletes, you see a great tackle here, maybe a good center here. But collectively as a unit, there's no one in the Big 12 that's as good as Oklahoma. So putting games away is where they've really excelled in the last 2 years.
Murray in trouble in the backfield. They sack him back at the 25-yard line. Jamal Johnson. Spencer Ben was back there as well, but it's Johnson that gets the takedown and a loss of 10.
Man, a huge play. They tried to go with a little quarterback counter. You see the fake throw to the right, trying to run it to the left, but they cut him off. As a result, Kyler Murray reverses field, where Johnson is waiting for him with his arms wide open. Matt Campbell likes what he sees from the defense, forcing a big negative play.
Let's see if they run it here to take time off the clock, or throw it, try to get the first down on 3rd and 18 through the air. Be about a 42-yard field goal from here. They are going to keep it on the ground, and there's no running room. In fact, Sermon loses a yard at the 25. Now they've got an excellent kicker, and Austin Seibert going to try to make it a 10-point game. It's going to be about a 43-yard try, so no gimme. That was a 7-minute, 15-second drive.
At least they got it to the middle of the field, though, for this attempt.
Iowa State's bringing in some length. Matt Leo, 6'8", number 89, trying to block this field goal.
And Seibert hooks it in. It's good. And the lead is 10. Looked like that started outside and swung back. Good. 37-27, Oklahoma.
Austin Seibert has been so good over the course of his career. Never a doubt for Lincoln Riley. as his team leads by 10.
One game, one champion. Don't miss the first ever Campeones Cup. Wednesday, it's Toronto FC versus Tigres UANL on ESPN2.
The rivalry stays heated. September just turns it up. The stakes are high, and the fuses are short. Can you feel it? Red Sox Yankees tomorrow at 7 on ESPN.
In the Big 12, our champion is determined by who we play, not by who we don't play. The only conference where every team plays everyone. A conference with no divisions that guarantees the top two teams play annually in our championship game. And the most challenging path to the college football playoff. Every game matters.
The college football playoff is coming. And from your game face to your game day rituals, everything you do matters.
No pressure.
ESPN is giving fans with the best excuses for ditching work free tickets to a day game. And there's nobody here with me. I'm alone.
He's hanging out for dear life and all.
Kenny Mayne?
Hey, just here to let you know, that's going to be on SportsCenter.
That's going to be on SportsCenter. And that could be the game. Monday Night Football is in your future.
Seahawks Bears, Monday 8:15 on ESPN.
Kenny Mayne?
Hey, just here to let you know, that's going to be on SportsCenter.
Today's Player Spotlight brought to you by Discover. Kyler Murray, his first road start, and he was almost perfect. 348 yards, 3 touchdowns, seemed to make all the right decisions. And Oklahoma leads by 10, inside 3 minutes to go. They will come out to the 25. No one thought about it and then took a knee, so it's a touchback. Let's check in with Cassidy in the studio.
Thanks, Dave. DirecTV, more for your college football thing. And you may remember that Troy upset LSU last year, looking to do the same to Nebraska today. B.J. Smith for the second rushing touchdown of the day, and the Trojans drop Nebraska to 0-2 on the year. And coming up next on ABC, number 6 Wisconsin hosting BYU. Jonathan Taylor had 253 rushing yards last week. What will he do today? That's at 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Guys?
Taylor's so fun to watch. He ran wild on everybody last year. Meanwhile here, Iowa State just trying to get something on this drive. Then look for the onside kick. Nolan from his 25, over the middle. It's caught. Pulled in by Milton. Going to be just short of the line to gain, so the clock's still moving.
You don't have to be crazy aggressive in this setting. You have 3 timeouts, plenty of time. Be mindful of where the defenders are and make sure you see the whole field.
In trouble, Nolan steps up and throws it away. Good job by Nolan there. Get out of trouble and make sure that he threw it out of play, so it's 3rd down and 1. Nolan has played really well given the circumstances. The starter, Kyle Kemp, who was the hero last year in Norman when Iowa State upset the Sooners, he's hurt, can't go today. Nolan starts and has played great. And he completes the pass for a first down to Matthew Eaton, the guy that he threw to on 4th and 11 on the last drive. Clock stops to reset the chains.
And they don't need to be in huge hyper-speed tempo just yet. Just need to stay in a nice rhythm offensively and make sure you get a play call.
Nolan to the sideline. It's caught, and then Jones steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. 2:02 to go. Again, 2 timeouts left for Iowa State.
If
If you're Oklahoma defensively, you've got to start protecting the sidelines with your corners, forcing everything to the inside. Can't allow those intermediate throws to the sideline.
Just gave up 8 yards rather easily. 2nd and 2. Boy, it took a long time there to snap the ball. The clock started on the ready for play. Now it stops because of the false start at 1:49. Coming over for an explanation here. I wonder if there was some confusion over when the clock was supposed to run. Were they still outside 2 minutes when he went out of bounds? And then also, you saw him look the way Brown went out of bounds, and so the clock ran on the ready for play. Cost him 13 seconds at 5 yards. So it's 2nd and 7. Nolan. And that was behind the intended receiver. Incomplete. 3rd down and 7. 1:40 to go.
And now you got to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. And you haven't done a ton. Obviously, it's 3rd and 7. Making sure you keep the drive alive.
Line caught for a 1st down. So Jones able to move the chains.
But he didn't get out of bounds.
Right, so the clock will start on the ready for play.
Wow.
When they get the chains lined up. So now it's moving. It'll cost him about 6 seconds. Nolan again to the sideline. Now you got to get out. Jones does. Now the clock will start on the snap.
Yeah, and if you're Oklahoma, you give that up all day long. Hey, 6 yards, you can have it. All right, that's fine. You can have that 6 yards. That clock's still running. And at some point, we're going to squat on that hitch route on the boundary and knock it down, or potentially pick it off to put the game on ice officially. You have to, at some point, take a shot down the field. You have favorable down and distance here on 2nd.
It's dropped by Curtis Bolton. Would have been a game-ending interception. Kenneth Murray blasted Zeb Nolan.
Yeah, just brought right around the left-hand side as he runs around Julian Good-Jones, the left tackle. Timed it up well, and Bolton, man, he'll catch that 9 times out of 10. That's one that just sticks with you as he went up and tried to put this game away. Good pass rush there from Oklahoma.
So 3rd and 4. Not in field goal range yet. Really, they don't know what they have with their field goal kicker. Not a lot of attempts. In trouble, Nolan throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Arnell Motley has been targeted all game and beaten often, with likely the game-ending interception.
And that was all created by the pass rush. 2 consecutive plays in which defenders were right in the lap of Zeb Nolan. This time, it's number 55, Kenneth Mann, as he slipped inside. Julian Good-Jones on consecutive plays giving up pressures. This time, it is reeled in by an Oklahoma defender. And this defense steps up when they needed it most. Wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but they made the plays necessary when the game was on the line. Credit to Motley. It's not where you start the game, it's where you finish. Had a tough day, really tough day, missed some tackles, gave up some big plays. But he puts a little cherry on top of what was a bit of an up and down performance with the nice interception to secure the win.
This will be 17 consecutive true road wins, the longest active streak in the country. Sermon straight ahead. Iowa State call a timeout here, or will they? They have 2 left. Tonight on ESPN, Nick Saban, #1 Alabama, in Oxford to take on Ole Miss at 7 Eastern time.